Well, Rick, we're going to go back to Chicago now. Baseball Hall of Famer Jim Palmer in the MASN broadcast booth. And, Jim, I know toward the end of the game you were mentioning the fact that the Orioles had a lot of opportunities. And, again, 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Was there any improvement there, just the fact they were getting some guys on base instead of some recent games?
Well, again, you get them on, but you just don't maybe have productive at-bats. When I came to the big leagues, there was a guy with it was one of our third catchers, Charlie Lau. He ended up being a great pinch hitter, one of the great hitting instructors. He used to always talk about the area of maximum vulnerability. That's hitting behind the runner. All kinds of times tonight. I think one hitter for the Orioles. I mean, not that they didn't get hits, because they did, but one guy, and that was Adam Jones. He took one of the soft offerings from Derek Holland, who figured out that these guys can hit the fastball, so I'm going to go soft, and then I'm going to throw fastballs out of the strike zone, and I'm going to have some success. But Adam took him in the right field. So again, it's 2-1 ball game going into the 6th inning, and they get runners at first and third. Couldn't get a runner in. Pop up double play. 5th inning, again, a similar situation. Couldn't advance runners and things like that. So again, the approach. You got to give credit to Derek Holland, but. They scored 7 runs last night. They had an opportunity to put at least 3 to 5 to 6 runs on tonight, or at least get into the back end of the bullpen for the White Sox is very good. But again, not a lot of productive at outs. And then on the other side of the coin, Asher pitches well, but you cannot pitch at 90, 91 miles per hour through a lineup, especially the White Sox's lineup, 3 times without using all your pitchers or throwing some sliders and changeups and curveballs.
Jimmy, this is what I was going to ask you about. You alluded to it in the middle of the game during your telecast about Asher. I thought he made a lot of good pitches with the 2-seam fastball down in the strike zone, down and away. Occasionally it got away, but it was down and in, and it worked in his favor. But you said something about him not throwing his breaking ball and really kind of allowed them to sit on that pitch in that 4th inning and get 3 consecutive hits.
Well, they were almost the same place, and they were all the way. And, when I went out to the cage today, I was talking to Todd Steverson, their hitting instructor, and what he talked about Wade Miley is they said he never adjusted. Everything was away, away, away. Well, they got him out of the game before the 3rd inning. So, Asher pitched well. He did use his fastball on occasion inside, but there wasn't a slider. And, again, I talked about the fact he got hurt on that up in Boston, but one slider doesn't dictate that you don't throw it. He likes his cutter, didn't throw that quite as much, but he did make good pitches with the fastball. So all in all, he actually pitched all right, but they don't get him a lot of runs. Didn't do that tonight. And I think the big thing, because of the fact that you've had other guys not pitch well, he's starting when maybe he might be one of these guys that could be a really good long man or a middle inning type of guy. So we'll just have to see. But he does have a slider, does have a curveball, threw a couple on occasion, but just couldn't throw it at the right time. And then again, they didn't support him well, and that's how you lose games.